I shall be waiting here for you.
On Friday, I gave you guys my first impressions on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, and then all weekend long I've been playing the game on my Switch. My Switch has never left my sight for this whole weekend. Whether I'm going out for a little walk or going to get coffee or whatever, I had it with me in my satchel, but of course I was stuck to my TV, and I had a wonderful time with this game. It is absolutely addictive. I could hear my Switch, kind of the fans going on it because I was playing the game so much. It's really hard to pull yourself away from this thing, especially if you're a comic fan like I am.
Whatever's happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting.
A lot of my first impressions, I think, were right on the money. You're not going to be talking too much about the environments in this game. You go to lots of cool places. You go to Wakanda and Hell and Nowhere and Atalan, and you're going to see a lot of the Marvel Universe in here. You're going to fight AIM agents. You're going to fight Hydra agents. You're going to fight demons. You're going to fight the undead. And you're going to meet all kinds of incredible characters. And that's what you pays your money for here. And that's what you're going to be talking about. It's not going to be the environments, which I kind of liken to like an off-Broadway show. It doesn't have the Broadway budgets to create the sets, which is okay. I mean, they allude to where you are, and they have the title placeholder saying that you're in these cool environments, but you don't they're not very memorable. You might have a green geyser as opposed to a red geyser, you know, or the crates might be a slightly different color in this area than they are on this next level. It's the characters. You really just want to get to all of them. I don't even know how many there are. There are tons of them. I mean, you got Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange and Crystal, who I'd never encountered before. Black Panther, of course. You get the OG Avengers. You get Guardians of the Galaxy. It goes on and on and on.
Is this some kind of joke?
It's kind of a light RPG. You're not really fretting about it. It is fun to kind of level up your characters and get them a little bit more buffed and more powerful. And depending on the team you put together, you might get a buff for that as well, like the OG Avengers or the X-Men characters or the Women of Marvel or the Big Brains if you've got Doctor Strange and Tony Stark and the Incredible Hulk, and so you get all of these extra little buffs and stuff like that. And you are in the menus, and you are spending experience cubes and making sure you've got the points to be able to augment the different abilities of each of the different characters. Like Wolverine might have a wicked hack and slash kind of attack that you can make a little bit tougher. You could titch it up just a little bit with the points that you earn and the little gemstones that you can spend. And each of the characters has 4 of these attacks that you can level up 4 times each. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of boost your characters. But what's going to happen is you're going to start to make some choices as you're progressing through the story on what characters to use. And a lot of the characters that you'll earn along the way are going to be a little more juiced and a little more powerful. So you're going to switch over to those characters. I mean, that's what the game is trying to get you to do, is to play with all of these characters as much as possible. But you're going to probably default to your more powerful characters and continue to level those up. And so some of the characters that you might love, like the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, who you encounter right at the beginning of the game, might sit on the shelf for a little while, your virtual action figure shelf. And you won't pull them back into the play because they're sub-level 10 or something like that, and they're just not going to defeat a level 35 boss. I was trying my best to kind of mix and match the teams and keep everybody leveling up, but it's really hard to do that through the confines of the story.
I'll take what I can get.
The way that you do that is by earning experience cubes in the Infinity Challenges, which you find scattered throughout the story maps, and then they unlock all kinds, like this hive of different kinds of challenges that you can go out. You might have to defeat 200 bad guys within a set time limit. You might have a boss fight with 3 successive bosses, and you got to keep all your characters alive. And through the challenges, what you're going to do is you're going to earn all of these experience cubes and points and things like that you can spend wherever you want. So you can go back to your lower powered heroes and power them up and then put them into your team. But through the story, I found, at least my first playthrough, I found that I was really I had my mains. I had my Black Panther was pretty high-powered, and Storm was pretty high-powered. I had Ghost Rider in there for a little while. This is how cool this game is, right? I mean, it's like the best sports team in the world. I felt guilty every time I'd pop in and I'd see, Peter Parker and Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy, some of these characters that I just love so much, but I couldn't pull them into my game.
Yeah?
Co-op is fun. I played it with my kid for a while, and I played it online with people for a while. But honestly, I had a little more fun being able to bounce around and be any of the characters that I wanted of the 4 anytime that I wanted. And I missed it when I was confined to just one character at a time. So that was an interesting realization. I think it'd be a little bit more fun if you had 4 people crowded around a TV together and everybody was playing it at the same time in the same room.
The chaos has just begun.
This is also one of those games where you're going to want to play through the story again because you're going to see so many cameos and so many cool moments, and the movie sequences are really well done. They're really fun. You can tell all the actors are relishing the opportunity, and the artist had an incredible time making these beautiful animations with these beautiful ornate special powers and special effects, like Black Panther's, hacking and slashing fighting effects are so different from what Wolverine does, and it's really amazing. Like they went overboard. Everybody at Team Ninja that worked on this thing, they really understood the responsibility that they had because, quite frankly, the last couple of Marvel Ultimate Alliance games were pretty damn terrific, and they've stood the test of time. All the developers in Marvel Games, they looked at this as an opportunity to deliver something that was very comforting. It's almost like a soul food video game. You could really see that this would fit alongside a lot of PS3 and 360 games back in the day, and I'm not trying to make that a diminishing statement. I think that was an incredible era. You can still have a great time with something that is kind of what you would expect it to be. I would say that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is that. It's not a mind-blowing, state-of-the-art visual spectacle like you've never seen before, but it's just freaking fun. This is just giant fun. I played hours and hours and hours of this. I played through the story, and I played tons of the Infinity Challenges, and I was completely hooked, and I was so hooked I went, boop, buying all the DLC. I can't wait for more. I love this game. It's an excellent pickup for the Switch, and the caveat would be, of course, if you love superhero movies and the superheroes in general, comic books, you're going to love it that much more, but I'll tell you what, this is an accessible game that's super fun for anybody. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, an excellent pickup. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.